Guys, I need to admit something. I'm a hero spammer, the main hero being Io. I have 2400 games on Io and spammed it a lot when grinding up to Immortal. I know it's often frowned upon to be a hero spammer. People say you're a one-trick, you have a one-hero puddle, but from my experience, it's actually allowed me to view the game from a perspective that I might not have otherwise, and overall, I think it's helped me improve quicker as a player. So today, I want to share with you some of the positives that you can get from being a hero spammer. Pushing your hero to its limits. If you play a hero a lot, typically you're going to get better at that hero, right? When you get better at a hero, one of the things you'll be more comfortable with is pushing your hero to its limits. And in my opinion, this is something that often separates good players from great players. Pushing to your hero's limits can mean coming out of a situation with just enough HP to survive, or being confident that you can make a play because you know what your hero is capable of. Have you ever been watching a pro Dota game and you see a player make a move that seems crazy and you think, why are they doing that? There's no way this works. Then boom, it works, and chat pogs. These players are so confident in their understanding of their hero that they know just how far they can be pushed and what they're capable of. And that comes with experience playing the hero and being familiar with hero matchups. Focusing on other parts of your gameplay. If you become very comfortable on a hero, you won't be spending as much mental power focusing on how to play the hero during the game. For the most part, you'll use your spells correctly and offer the impact your specific hero provides for your team. Instead, this can free up your focus to be on bigger picture aspects of your gameplay like map awareness, playing in the correct part of the map, choosing good fights to take. Trying to learn and get better at those things while you're playing and learning a new hero that you're not as familiar with can sometimes be too much. I prefer to take my learning process more step by step and isolate one aspect of my gameplay to focus and improve on. For example, early on when I was spamming and learning Wisp, I realized that my map awareness wasn't as great as it should be, which is not good as a Wisp player. Maybe my mid is getting ganked and I could TP to help, or I have relocate ready to make a play. I was so focused on other things like using my spirits correctly or watching my positioning that I was missing those opportunities. Once I got more comfortable with Wisp, I noticed that I didn't have to think nearly as much about how to use spirits correctly or how to position myself. Those things just happen naturally. Now of course, this doesn't mean you'll learn nothing about map awareness when you're playing a hero you're not as familiar with. In the end, it largely depends on your learning style and what process works for you. Learning to play against counters. When I spam a hero, I straight up first pick it if possible, with no cares about being countered. My philosophy is that if you want to learn how to play a hero really well, you should learn how to play in games that are good and games that are bad for your specific hero. Although you might be countered, there's always an answer for how to deal with it. Sometimes that means you know you have to go for a specific item build, or you have to make sure you're positioning in a certain way throughout the game or in teamfights. Here's an example. I remember a time period when I was learning how to play Io and spamming it a lot, and Slark was a popular pick. The enemy Slark would always get a Shadow Blade and start running around the map hunting supports. As an Io, I didn't really have the tools to live from a Shadow Bladed Slark pouncing me. Even if I made sure I stood very close to my teammates so they could protect me, that sometimes wouldn't be enough. Maybe because my teammates don't notice in time to help, or Slark uses Shadow Dance so he can't be stopped as easily. Over time, I realized that one way I can deal with this was proper positioning. Throughout the game, I'd make sure I'm always far enough away from my teammate, so if Slark jumps me, I can tether away to my teammate, which will break Slark's pounce leash. Although Slark might not seem like a straight up counter to Io, I think he's often good against supports like Io. After playing enough in what seems like a bad matchup, I learned how to deal with it. Having fun. The most important thing is that you're having fun, because that'll make you play better. I started spamming Io for that exact reason. One of my favorite things to do in any video game is play a healer/support role, and that sums up Io pretty well. If you're having fun while you're playing, you're going to be more relaxed and comfortable, which will ideally make you play better. And you don't have to spam a hero to get good with them. You can simply just play them often. I just personally enjoy spamming a hero. Sue me. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new.